welcome back. We're here with another Soulshorts. It's been a while. I'm Sarah. Who are you guys?
I'm Steve.
Yes.
I'm Jeff.
Yeah, and we have some updates for you today. We have Soulframe Preludes 6 coming out this week. And,
these are motion graphics.
Yep. Motion graphics.
SCTV style. Yep.
And yeah,
SCTV, a lot of people get that reference.
Yeah. If you're my age, you will.
Jeff.
Yes.
What's coming in Soulframe Preludes 6?
So this is kind of like our hot potato update coming out of TennoCon, because a lot of people in the studio took time off in August, coming from the TennoCon crunch. It's kind of crazy. It's already September. So mainly, you're going to be getting what we showed at TennoCon.
Cool.
We're going to be showing the kind of like little small quest to acquire Verminia. Rats, and the little Nimrod fight that leads up to her.
Yes.
And then when you unlock her, you will get our kind of very first quick pass in a customization, similar to what you saw in the demo, if you saw the demo. It will right now just be a random set of presets that you can cycle through and commit to if you like.
Do we have the Megan set with the pink and green?
I think
Did you pull it?
I think I might lose that right
now.
I think I might lose that battle. I think it might be in there.
Okay.
So eventually there will be more customization options.
That's right. Yeah. Right now it's just an overall palette change. We're still working on it to let you tune it, kind of like similar to our other game, Warframe, where you can kind of like pick certain elements to.
But this is no UI. It's sort of a toggle.
There's no UI. It's just a toggle through templates that you can.
For now.
Okay, just for now. Yep. And Megan's, we'll make sure that gets made fun of.
Okay, excellent. Verminia will dunk on that.
Yes.
What else have we been working on? I think we've been polishing our combat.
We've been working on it. Yes. It's like, it's different. Is it more polished? That's debatable. But we are putting a lot of work into updating that, and we are kind of be shipping a version. We did pass on the sword and board weapons. You know, there's a little bit of jank still in there, but we want to kind of get it out and see how it feels so we can progress it a bit. What's different? Like, there's a bit more.
So I would say there's three things, just because I'd like to say three things.
Okay. Yep.
Obviously, animation updates.
Yes.
So the content is different. And then we have two major things that are technical things. Mm-hmm. So hopefully Sarah can find some footage of this.
Yes. Insert here.
But one of the first things in TennoCon that was cringy was when the enemy died, he went through the mesh.
Yes.
So ragdolls now can collide, and so you avoid that kind of like getting lost in the corruption pools that we had there. Yep. So that's a new thing that we've got technically. And the other one that we're experimenting with now, which is a cool feature, which is root motion warping, which instead of just sliding on your feet, it still slides a bit, but what it does is it accentuates. If there's a jump in the animation, root motion warping can say, oh, well, if the enemy is 2 meters away instead of 1 meter away, then extend that jump a little bit further.
And it uses lock-on to determine that.
It uses lock-on to determine that, and so this will be part of how we get, more connectedness and more groundedness with the combat, because obviously part of the critique was a lot of sliding.
Yes.
So there's still a bit of sliding. There always will be, but this
for sure.
This warping technique is a way to take an animation that's made specifically for the warping technique and stretch it to various different lengths without really looking like you're skating all over.
That's right.
No more skating.
And there
was skating.
Less
There's a fourth
skating.
thing. There's a fourth thing. The enemies, the grunt enemies, got a hit react pass. So there's a bit more. There's better feedback now to the impacts they take.
Yep. And again, if you're confused, Preludes means pre-alpha. So it is. There is a bit of forgiveness you need to give us, and sometimes maybe going super detailed on some combat skating is not worth it versus, say, getting the RPG progression system in, which is kind of our goal for the next Preludes,
which we were just talking about this morning.
Yeah.
There's a couple other little things. We have some new encounters in the dungeons.
Yes.
And
that's right.
As well as a couple fun puzzles.
Yes, some mirror puzzles and things like that.
Uncover the secrets.
Yep. Nothing progression based, but they're cool little interactive puzzles that can give you a nice little reward.
And some little notes. Obviously, a lot of critique we get is I can't figure out what I need to figure out.
Yes, that's right.
What am I supposed to be looking for?
Right.
So there's some notes that have been blown in throughout Alka.
Yes, you can find these little notes that give you hints about the things you should be looking for in the game, which will help. And again, we're still experimenting with how subtle we want the exploration to be and not really holding your hand versus I'm missing half the game.
Yep.
Yeah, but actually, and I think the lesson we learned from Verminia, which you'll get to play with getting the rat that leads you to her, I think we're actually going to be re-looking at some of the other ancestor acquisitions to make that a little less random and a little more breadcrumby as well. So,
Very good.
yeah.
Okay, well, I have a couple questions.
Okay, cool.
I forgot to shout out what is something that our friends here should know about, Jeff.
I feel like you're setting me up for something I should know
Have
what
you
you're
forgotten?
It
referencing.
rhymes with lorem.
Oh, our forums are live. I didn't know you were going to honor me with that.
Wow.
That's awesome.
All right.
If you go to forums.soulframe.com, we have forums that are officially live for everyone. If you have a Preludes account and log in, and you have the Preludes flag on your account, there is a little bit extra, but for now, everyone can use them. There's a fan art section. We will be posting patch notes and announcements there, so free for everyone interested. And yeah, go check them out.
Super cool.
Yeah,
And if
great.
you're old like Steve, now you have now you have a place other than our Discord to.
It's a BBS.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
BBS.
Just kidding.
Like
No
my
fire.
old days. And there's a little modem sound that plays when you connect.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we have a couple questions from Preludes players.
Great.
Nick asks, how many melee weapon types are planned as of current? Maybe you can talk also about future plans.
I don't think we have like a specific number planned. I know we have some in the queue. We have a mace weapon in the queue. What else do we have? I feel like I'm forgetting. We have a greatsword in the works. So those are the next two kind of on the docket, but they did kind of get delayed with some of these
Experiments
we
with the
wanted to do.
animation system stuff.
Yes, yeah. But those are probably the next ones that you'll see.
Is it safe to say one day we hope to have many different kites?
Very much. Yeah, very
Yes.
much. Yeah.
Yes. This will be a game that has eventually like hundreds of weapons.
Absolutely.
Not like say something like a God of War game where you have like maybe 2 or 3 weapons, or maybe a Ghost of Tsushima where you have kind of like one kind of weapon. This is a lot of different weapon grips and a lot of different weapon and fighting styles.
Yes.
Very good. Yona asks, is the game going to include a fast travel system at any point?
Right. Yes. When it is big enough.
Yeah.
Yes. Right now it is not
Yeah.
big enough. And of course, before we do that, of course, we would be adding the mount, the riding, the rideable wolf, and that
See, I
sort
was
of
trying
thing.
to give you a different question than the
It's very-
wolf when,
it's
because I
very
also got those again.
That's right,
Yeah.
but we do hear you on some of like the toggle sprint and that sort of thing, and we're going to be addressing that.
But that reminds me, we're shipping with 6 a bit of the environmental rework for the tower section.
That's right.
So that's something that's going to be ongoing for a bit. You'll just see some revisions to the artwork in the world, just to kind of give you a better sightlines to important points of interest.
Yeah.
So, and we're starting with the tower right now.
Awesome.
We had a few questions about account resets. Nixel asked, is it possible to request an account reset? Blashed asks, will there be more wipes after this Prelude update? A lot of people want to know, any more resets?
We're probably definitely going to have at least one more mandatory one. I do wonder, especially when we get the ancestor revisions in with how you acquire them, it might be, some people might want to experience that again. So we might have to consider.
Yes. I think we should explore that. I think
Yeah.
we should maybe look at talking to a web team and saying, do you really want to? Yes, I really want to. I think especially that person probably is an avid kind of like tester kind of mindset who really wants to go through the whole experience over again. And that's, but thank you very much for that. So I think we should explore that.
Yeah.
Good
But
idea.
Prelude 6 won't be an automatic reset.
There will not be
No,
a reset for this.
Yeah.
We will give you a heads up on the forums if we're going to do that to you.
And the Discord.
And the Discord.
Steve will do it.
No.
Taranis asks, are we getting magical weapons like staffs or wands that allow us to play a magician character?
Yes. Yes, we've talked about this, and we want to kind of suit that. We want to kind of cater to that playstyle as an option as well, so you don't have to get super engaged with enemies like you do with melee, and you can be a bit more ranged and sitting back. So
Not for Prelude 6, probably not for Prelude 7, but yes.
Yep.
Very good. Zujelo asks.
I like that you haven't. It seems like this is your first time reading the names.
I don't practice the names. I want to give them an authentic experience.
No, it's good.
You've said the world will change as we progress through the game. How will this work in multiplayer? So, do you have any updates about multiplayer experience at all?
I think we're still talking about that a lot.
Yeah.
It's something we want. We're talking about through the ancestors and maybe how you meet other players. But the permanence part is definitely something that's tricky.
It is tricky in a game like this. One of the things I think we keep hearing is this a single player game?
We haven't shown multiplayer.
And we haven't been doing a great job in kind of explaining that this is supposed to be like an MMO light or a really co-op focused game. And so that's something I think we're going to try to do more going into this fall, especially with our own internal testing and Prelude 7. One of the ways that we usually solve this stuff in our other game is that whoever formed the squad or party, their world state is what the rest of the team sees. And so it'll probably be a blend of that.
Very cool.
Yes.
But Soulframe is multiplayer.
Yes, it is multiplayer. Yes.
Oops.
Very good.
Yep.
Okay, I think that's all the questions for today.
Okay,
Thank
awesome.
you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed Prelude 6 if you are playing. And follow along. Join us everywhere.
Post on the forums.
Go
Yes,
to the
please.
forums
Yes.
I want to see
and
some
tell
fan art.
Steve
Yep.
how excited you are that there's a forum.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
And that's all. Thanks for watching.
Amazing.
Okay, see you next time.